You don't have to guess about anything these days. Anybody you want to elect, find their name and go look them up. Everything that they talk about, listen to what they say. And then whatever they say in the campaign, if it don't match up, they got to go. Mr. Moran, I think his name is, from Illinois. He's got to speak on the gender reform stuff. We really are, we got smart people spending a lot of time debating things that seem like common sense. Wow. All right, let's hear what Mr. Moran has to say.
And you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairwoman Fox. I move to strike the last word.
You're recognized.
Go
Today
enjoy the
runs
sun.
in support of House Joint Resolution 165, introduced by my colleague, Representative Mary Miller from Illinois.
That is a
I come
beautiful
with deep concerns regarding the Biden administration's Department of Education final rule released on May 3rd, 2024, regarding Title IX that redefines sex to include, quote, sexual orientation and gender identity. This rule blatantly disregards the longstanding interpretation of the word sex, undermines the intended mission of Title IX, and removes protections for women and girls in our education system. The Biden administration's Title IX rule belies the legislative intent of the statute, which was to ensure equal access to educational and athletic opportunities for women on campuses. And this new rule, unfortunately, achieves the exact opposite. Title IX was written with the understanding that there are two distinct sexes, male and female. This foundational biological truth, if unwound, makes Title IX protections irrelevant and unnecessary.
Literally.
The final rule issued by the Department of Education, which redefines sex to include sexual orientation and gender identity, blatantly ignores years of precedent and only creates more confusion for institutions. It blurs the lines of biology, of statutory construction, and of common sense. What's more, this rule rolls back years of advancements for women and girls in education, like my two daughters, and erodes the fundamental principles and purposes of Title IX. Egregiously, this rule goes so far as to withhold funds to schools if they do not allow students to use restrooms or locker rooms based on their proclaimed gender identity.
Already happening.
This unprecedented rule is dangerous and is another example of the administration ignoring the will of parents, children, and local school districts, not to mention common sense and the natural laws of this world. This blatant government overreach in search of a radical social agenda rooted in moral relativism is unacceptable to me as a father and as a legislator. And I urge my colleagues to vote in favor of this resolution to roll back the Biden administration's ill-conceived attempt to further blur the lines between men and women. With that, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr.
So with these rules, if I go to college as a male and I change to a female before I go to college, I can be roomed with a female. And I guess if I was a male, if I go, my roommate could actually be a female. This is very, very confusing. And I don't know how we got here, but this has been going on for a while now. Like, you can look it up. I mean, 8 years ago, there was a trans girl beating everybody in track, I think in California. I got no problem changing your gender, you know. Before 18, I think it's dangerous, very dangerous. After 18, change your gender. But you can't compete against the opposite sex. It is not fair. Plus, the females don't want you in the locker room. It's weird. What are we getting about all this? I can't even believe this is a debate. We should have got into politics, Skelly. I'm here to rip. If the smartest people in the world in these beautiful buildings, Skelly, and they just can't keep it common sense wise. That's why we got to enter this is why we're in the arena now. We don't get it.